Hello traders and Market Club members everywhere. Adam Hewison here, coming to you from the digital studios of Market Club. Well, it's the start of another week and we got what we wanted in Apple. We've had a buy signal today. You can see that right here on the chart. Now, if you remember, we were looking at this Apple, this special report we did on Apple, indicating that the highs would come in about 23 days, 28 days after a low. So here's what we looked at. We had the highs here, pull back, and then we had the weekly. They came in from here up to this signal here to the highs, was about 23, 28 days. Okay, it varies on even on this one here. So that's what we're looking for now on Apple, is to have another move up about 23 days. Apple reports its earnings later this month, so let's see how that plays out. But we are over the 50 line, which is a good sign, and the trend is clearly up as indicated with all of our trade triangles. So let's be long Apple right now. Going to look at the Dow. Now the Dow is really pretty much in this big broad trading range and we haven't gotten out of it. So if you go look at just like think of a square and you just look at this square like this, and we're sort of in that range. We need to get over in the Dow. The Dow needs to go over 18,200. So let me write that down on the screen so we just get this correct. So we're looking for, we need to see the Dow go over 18,200. Okay, that will turn this triangle green, and it would mean we have once again have a strong trend. And if we do that, we'll see this market really take this level and catapult it up and go higher. So let's see how it plays out. Pretty much the same on the NASDAQ. There it's a little bit different. We want to see this market hit 5,032 to get all of our trade triangles green. As you can see, if we get to 5,032, that'll turn this triangle green and indicate a trend is in an upward mode. Let's see how that plays out. On the S&P 500, you can see pretty much the same pattern we talked about before. Is this sort of square situation where you're really not out of it yet. But if we see the S&P 500 move over the 2,114, so 2,114, this is all this week, 86, then all of our trade triangles will once again be green and headed higher. Looking at gold, we see gold has actually had the move up. We have a weekly, so we have a weekly. We need to get the daily in place now. If we see the daily in gold trade at 1,210.68, let me write that down for you. 1,210.68. That's 68 cents. That will turn this daily triangle green, indicating that the short term is up and you want to be long the market. We're back on the 50 line, support for gold, so we expect gold to hold around these levels and actually trade higher. Give it a couple of days, I think we'll see this market resume its upward trend. The euro dollar clearly in a strong downtrend. However, this is the level we're looking at, is this area right here, to offer some support for the euro. That level is right around the 104.68 level, and I think if we hold that level, we'll see a bounce, perhaps back up to 110. Just a short covering bounce doesn't change anything, but the reality is all of our trade triangles right here, you can see, are all negative, indicating that the trend is still down. We're below the 50 line, indicating the trend is down. You don't want to try to pick bottoms here unless you're a very, very nimble trader, and we don't recommend. This is crude oil. Crude oil, again, is beginning to build this page. We're over the 50 line. You can see right here on the chart, right there, we're over 50, indicating the sort of semi-trying to go higher. Plus, if you look at our trade triangles, you have two trade triangles out of the three, and we look at the weeklies and the dailies on this, so we want to be long this market. But again, it looks as though it's trying to build a base. Now, I don't know all the ramifications of what's going on in the world. No one knows for sure, but the reality is the market's telling you it has, at least for the moment, since let's say the beginning of the year, just been flat. So watch that very carefully. This is Alibaba. We talked about this before. Again, we think this market is building a base to go higher, and if you just look at this sort of square notch around there, that's the base. If we need to see this market really go over 90, that'll get some upward momentum going. But again, you've got both our weekly and the daily both green and trying to make the turn. The one to watch is this one right here, the monthly. Hasn't done that yet, but let's see how that plays out. I think this is definitely one you want to have on your radar. We're just flat on the 50 line, indicating sort of It's sideways motion, really hasn't got any upward momentum. I think it's going to take a little while longer, perhaps till the end of the month, and then I think we'll see this market turn around in the May period. Let's see how that works out. This is a new stock for us. We looked at this, and here we had a signal a couple of days ago on the 10th, which was Friday, at 775. It's 818. It looks as though this market has actually put in a base, and if you look at how far this market has come, let's just take a maximum look at this. You can see we have come all the way from a huge amount right up here around 75 to where we are today. So this seriously could go to 18, 16, 15, 16, 17 and really not change too much of it. So I think for the most part we want to be long this stock right now. If we get a pullback, be it that as it may, but I certainly want to be looking to buy this stock. Now this is a new one, Nokia. Again, this has been a fall from grace. You can see how far it's come just in a short period of time, from the highs up to 40 down to where it is today, so it's lost a lot of its value. However, it could potentially move up. Let's get a little closer look at this. Now this is what I'm saying. If we close up here, we've actually seen a clearance of this level here. And if we get it over the 820 level, which it is right now, you can see we would have cleared all of this base building. And as I say, let's just draw that like that. So if we get over here, I think we're in a good shape to go higher in this stock. Again, that's going to be almost a 3 or 4 month rally, but it is a new high for this move, and it should be treated as such. So I can see this market going up, not a lot, maybe to the $10 level, but again, it's a buy signal. Last stock we're going to look at today is Marathon Oil, symbol MRO, and you really need to see this market. I think if we can close over this level right here, and that's 29.67. If we see that happening, it's very, very bullish in my mind, because you've really got this sort of double bottom here, and that's the pivot point. And if you take from, let's say, 25 up to this 29.67, that's $4. I think we could see $33, $34 printed in this market. But let's see how it plays out. It isn't acting terribly well today, but I think for the most part we do have a signal. All of our trade triangles are green. We are over the 50 line. So if you see a pullback, perhaps tomorrow, you want to be looking to buy this. Hey, this is Adam Hewison. It's a long broadcast today, but thank you so much for listening to us. Have a great trading day, everyone. We'll be back tomorrow. See you then.